Today we're visiting Tenjin-san Flea Market. A 30-minute bus ride from Kyoto Station. Tenjin-san Market is held on the 25th of each month at Kitano Tenmangu Shrine. The shrine is dedicated to Sugawara no Michizane, a 9th century poet and scholar who became Tenjin, the god of learning. The flea market occupies nearly 1,000 stalls and spills out well into the nearby Bakurocho neighborhood. Lori and I both love flea markets and are eager to see what we can find. There are tons of wonderful antiques and collectibles here.
I'm looking for the pin.
Tenjin-san is especially known for vintage kimonos. I purchased 3 men's kimono for about $50 Canadian. You can find every kind of kimono here. There's also a vast range of handmade crafts and fashion. It wasn't long before Lori found Kaya, a vendor whose handmade clothes and accessories were exactly what she was looking for. Kaya only sells her work at flea markets, so you'll have to look for her at one of the mini markets in Kyoto every month. Lori was very happy.
Wow.
Throughout the grounds are reminders of the shrine's mission to honor the seeking of knowledge. Cattle are particularly honored as the messengers of Tenjin. Devotees come here to ask for blessings of academic success. But most people are here today to bargain hunt and find something special that they love. Could be handcrafts, even historic weaponry such as flintlocks, rifles, and of course samurai blades. There's everything from woodworking tools to housewares such as ceramics and pottery, to exquisite woodblock prints, and some pretty cool LPs and 45s. It's a collector's paradise. I guarantee you'll find something you like, even if you don't get around to visiting all 1,000 of the stalls. And even if you don't buy anything, you won't be able to resist some delicious treats from one of the food vendors. We found fresh-made takoyaki and octopus dumplings that were hard to beat.
Get your mouth right on it. That's it. How is it? Terrible?
For the afternoon, we head to a famous Shogun-era castle. The main form of public transit in Kyoto is the bus. And like all forms of transit in Japan, it is run with near-perfect efficiency. This is Nijo-jo Castle. Originally built in 1603, under the direction of the first Tokugawa shogun, Tokugawa Ieyasu. Shoguns were feudal lords, military dictators who, because of the weakness of the emperor, ruled Japan from the 12th to 19th centuries. The Tokugawa shogunate ruled for 15 generations and designed this gate as a single story so that when the emperor visited, no one could look down on him. The castle served both as a staging ground for the launch of the Tokugawa shogunate and as Tokugawa's Kyoto residence. Shogun visits here ceased between 1634 and 1863. Instead, the shogun ruled from Edo, now Tokyo, and stayed there rather than traveling, lest other feudal lords conspired against him. The shogun kept all the lords in Edo under his control. If a lord dared venture out, their families were kept hostage there. Much of this is the basis for James Clavell's historic novel and TV series Shogun. Clavell based his main character, Toranaga, extensively on Tokugawa Ieyasu. Gradually, after 200 plus years of neglect, Nijo-jo Castle fell into disrepair. But when rule of Japan was returned to the emperor in 1867, the castle was revived as a villa for the emperor and as a site for staging ceremonies. In the first 30 years of its existence, the castle palaces and gardens were lavishly developed. The Ninomaru Garden was specifically designed for the 1626 imperial visit. So was the Hanmaru, an enclosure of palace buildings. The imperial guests were surrounded by steep walls and a deep moat, with imperial koi keeping watch. The original buildings have been replaced numerous times over the centuries, but the massive stone fortifications still stand. The current Hanmaru Palace was originally the Katsura no Miya family residence and was moved here by Emperor Meiji in 1894. Filming building interiors is forbidden, but we did walk through, and they are spectacular as rare examples of imperial living quarters. They are now listed as important cultural property by the Japanese government. The Nijo-jo Castle complex was classified as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1994. A full restoration of the site was completed in 2011. We spent 3 hours visiting here, but could easily have taken a whole day. Just walking through the grounds takes you back in time. The sense of order, harmony, and serenity are overwhelming. Up next on Turn Left here, the seaside town of Futami, featuring Hinjitsu-kan, a wonderfully preserved imperial guest house museum, and the wetted rocks called Myoto-iwa. Plus, we get spoiled staying in our first ryokan. If you like our channel, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe so you can stay up to date with our latest episodes. And please let us know what you think in the comments below. See you soon.